Welcome to this week's episode of Girl Dad Podcast. I am Scott O'Neill here with my amazing daughter,
Lexi.
and we've got some pretty exciting time. We're going to talk about reset. I think September gives you a reset for some of us, end of season, get back to school, but the whole topic is around how you prepare, how you reset, how you reshuffle as things come up and come to an end of an era.
Yeah, I'm excited to get into it. We have some really, really good insight today. I feel like it's such a time of reset right now. We always in our family say that September is like January. Like in terms of school starting, a lot of people are moving, a lot of new things are happening. So I'm excited. I love a good reset time in my life. But before we get into the topic, one like big thing that I can't stop thinking about that's happened since we've last spoken is our freaking girl Taylor Swift is engaged. Ah. Like when I tell you that I probably think of it a couple hours a day. Like just and what I think the wedding's gonna be like, man, I am so happy for her.
I
feel
mean, I think,
my
I
own
think
girl.
this is your version of when Princess Di got married.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because
Like,
that was an event that stopped traffic. I mean, typically everyone watched that wedding.
yeah, that's so cool. I love that. No, I feel like that's what Taylor Swift is going to be like. And it'll be so interesting to see how much of it she shares with like fans and the public and media and not. But I'm obsessed with it. Literally, someone came up to me in the office. I was eating Chipotle and someone came up to me and was like, "Did you hear Taylor Swift's engaged?" And I was like, "What?" Thinking it has to be a joke because there's just no way. And I start running laps around the office, like screaming, running. Like it's one of the happiest days of my life.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
No, like man, is that good. That's some good stuff. Um, what else? What else is going on in the world today?
I hope they make it. I mean, after seeing that documentary of the
Wait,
Kelsey
you hope
brothers,
they make it.
well, I'm just saying, after seeing the documentary of the Kelsey brothers, it didn't give me hope, whatever it's worth.
I
I don't
know.
I don't want to argue about it. I don't want to talk about it. I'm just saying that I think she is a savage. She might be the smartest brand maven, maybe in the like maybe surpassing like a Madonna, like in terms of like understanding her brand, like superstar. Plus, she's like an insane businesswoman, I think I don't think he's either of those things.
Yeah, what I was gonna say, what about that documentary made you feel like? Because I feel like Travis has had really a character arc. Like, I feel like he did his like crazy party boy, NFL boy things, and now he's like ready to settle down.
I think the one thing that's good is he doesn't need any more action or spotlight, and he seems to love her being a star. And I think that's a great quality, not only for the Taylor Swift of the world, but for everyone. Like you want your spouse, your partner, your life partner to lift you up and root for everything good to happen to you. And he seems to do that.
Completely. No, I think that that's one of the coolest things about their relationship and why I think it's gotten so much attention from like her side and fans and stuff because she's never been like public like this really with someone, where it's like at every single one of his games last year and like he's at the concerts and like they're posting and even she was at wait,
I can't talk about this much longer. It's making me nuts.
yeah.
Yeah, let's just move on. Let's transition.
Supportive partners.
Let's
Ugh.
transition
That's what you're infuriating. Okay.
to anything else.
Let's get into the dad advice of the week, okay?
Perfect.
Oh man, but we could talk golf for days and days and days, and nothing would ever stop that from happening. Okay. Dad advice of the week.
Yeah.
Could you give us top 3 tips to remember when you are public speaking?
Yes. I would say number one, open with a story to connect with the audience. Number two, do your homework, do your research, know the topic, have a framework that you can actually explain. And three, step up with confidence, and if you don't have it, act as if you do. And I would say there's only one way to get to Carnegie Hall
Practice, practice, practice.
out of practice.
No, I love that. I think that that's such good advice. And you're obviously an amazing public speaker. What would you say to someone if they're nervous about a public speaking event that they have coming up?
I've used this with several of my friends who've been a bit anxious going up, and it's kind of a sad thing to say, but it's true, is most people won't even pay attention or care about what you're saying. And so what I try to focus on is, can I impact or influence one person? So that's where I set the bar. Like, can I move one person? So you're talking, you're out giving your thing, and some people are on their phones and some people are looking away. But can you lock in on one person? Can you impact one person to change a way they're approaching a certain topic, or learn something, or move them to a point of emotion? And I think if you can do that, it's a success.
Yeah, that's great, great advice. I love that. I really love that. Okay, golf of the week this week. LIV season is over.
This season wrapped. It was quite a run down the stretch. I mean, we went Chicago, Indy, Michigan. Indy determined the individual champion for LIV, which ended up being John Rahm. A little controversy around Waco Neiman had won 5 times. Rahm hadn't won, but John was just a pillar of consistency. And it came down to a last
Wait,
putt.
you're saying that Waka won 5 individual championships and
That's right.
John hadn't won any?
He didn't win any, no.
So what is it determined by?
It's a point system, scoring point system.
Okay.
But
So
John had
you
only
don't
been
get
asked.
anything more for individuals? Like that should seem like, I don't know, like that's so interesting.
Yeah, it caused quite a stir. I mean, we have to look at. I mean, we have to take a look at it. It's unusual that someone would win 5 events, out of 13,
Right.
and not be a champion. And he played extraordinarily well. And he's 26, and he's brilliant and genius, and he's going to be one of the great golfers in the world for a very long time. But John Rahm got the individual title, and Seb Munoz, his teammate, Waco's teammate with Torquay, actually went to a playoff and then beat John in the playoff. So it was a wild
That's
thing.
awesome.
Yeah,
That is
it
so
was awesome.
exciting.
And it was in front of 60,000 people came that weekend. It was we had on Saturday our highest attended US event of all time. So it was wild. Yeah, loud and proud crowd.
See,
Yeah.
again, people, they don't understand. Golf is exciting. Like golf is exciting.
It was really exciting. And then we had the team championship in Michigan at St. John, which is an incredible course, and Crusher and Legion. So Bryson DeChambeau and John Rahm's team came down to a playoff, and they picked 2. And so it was Bryson and Paul Casey against John and Terrell Hatton. And they tied, and it's a gross score, so both scores count. So they're coming down 18. There are people everywhere, just line packed. And they tied the first time, went again, and then Rahm and Hatton both birdies, and that was sayonara, game over.
That's
Yeah, it was
amazing.
unbelievable.
Oh
Yeah,
my
great
gosh.
sentence.
Are you like, now the season's over, are you happy to wind down for a little bit? Or are you already like, I miss it. Like, let's get the season going.
Well, this is the reset. I mean, this is the time in professional sports when you finish a season, you've got to take a break and get yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually healthy, of course. But you've got to turn and say, okay, what did we do extraordinarily well? What are there some things we can improve upon? What are the challenges? And then rally the troops and start getting after it, because I mean the off season is where we make the hay, and we've got a lot to do. This is still, we'll be going into our 4th season. We open in Riyadh again, so there's so much to do to get ready. We're playing under the lights again in Riyadh, which will be amazing.
Oh, I have to come. There's no way I can miss that.
It's an amazing place, an amazing country, and the event will be incredible. But we have so much to do, and we have a new president, Chris Heck, who just came on board, and he's building his team, and so it's a really exciting time. So you'll see,
fun.
essentially another refresh. I think for the next several years, you'll see major changes every off season as we start to find some stability, probably in 27 or 28.
That's great. That's what's so fun about like a company that's so young. I feel like is it really is like, okay, what works, what doesn't work? Let's switch this, let's change this, let's do this, let's do more of this. Like that's so exciting.
Yeah, I think a key thing that we're spending a lot of time focusing on, which I think everybody can focus on in their life, is priorities. You know,
Mm.
and how are you prioritizing? In our case, there's a big blank canvas, like most people, most of our lives. There's a big blank canvas, and there's so much opportunity. We really have to think about like what is the biggest and best opportunity? What's the biggest and best use of our time? What's the biggest and best use of our resources? And how do we kind of mobilize and galvanize people around the three things that matter most, even though there are 20 that are important?
Right. Yeah, no, that is quite the challenge. Best of luck. I love that. I've been playing a lot of mini golf.
How is your mini golf game?
Man, I here's the thing. This is the thing actually. And like, previously I was the worst mini golfer in the world.
It may be the worst I've ever seen, other than your bowling. I mean, you do so many things well, but it's like total dad fail. You can't putt and you can't bowl.
No, no, it's true. But I am such a good mini golfer now. Like I'm
Oh
so
wow,
excited
okay.
to roll with you whenever we go because and my boyfriend always is like, wow, like your like long distance mid putting game is really, really good. And it really is. Like
That's great.
I hit all those 7, 8 footers. Like it's awesome. I
You
think
know, you know who else can putt? Your mom.
Oh,
Legit. Yeah,
I
flat
love
stick. She knocks
that.
them
Of
by.
course.
She knocks them down.
Wow, we need to go back as a family. I know it's a bit scarring for our family, like
It's jarring because we've never gotten through 18 mini golf holes without crying, screaming, and fighting.
I
Never.
wish that that was
But
untrue.
it's been a couple years, but it's not like, I mean, I think you were 20. It's not like you guys were 5 and we can't get through it. So I think this is an
Hitting off
opportunity
had
that
previously brought out the worst in us. And I think it has a really good opportunity now.
maybe we grow. Maybe we take a step forward.
Maybe we grow. We went 5 times last week. 5.
Wow.
So
That's
this is my problem with my game is that almost every single time I go, I'm in the lead, like most of the time. Like I win with Ant and 2 of his friends, Mike and Evan, and I was beating the 3 of them the entire time until what, and like maybe it was hole 16. I think I got 6 strokes and it was a par 3 or par 2.
that's tough. It's tough.
And I lost it all, but I just can't come in clutch. Like I have to be the least clutch mini golf player in the world.
Well, there's
Because,
opportunity there. Opportunity
yeah,
on. Yeah.
yeah, no, there definitely is. Definitely is. One more golf thing is that did you see did you see Bryson DeChambeau's um putting thing with the ping pong balls?
No, what do you do?
Oh my gosh, it was amazing. So we had like a mini shot glass up on this balcony.
Oh yeah, to win the Bentley.
Yes.
Yeah. No,
It-
he's literally he's a social media genius.
yeah, it was amazing. I was like, I've never seen anything like this.
Wait, has he hit it yet though?
Yeah, wait. I don't know. Because I got pranked because he made the caption for one of them. I did it, and then I watched the whole thing. He's very good with it, and he didn't make it yet. So I don't know. Worth the checkup on though, because I've literally been loving watching those videos.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk a little reset.
Let's get into it. So before we get into it, I want to read this quote that my mom sent me this morning. And it says, it's September 1st. You have 4 months left. There's 121 days, 2,904 hours, or 174,240 minutes. Plenty of time for you to learn a new skill, change your routine, increase your income, blah, 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 blah.
So I totally agree. When we were talking about work here, we're talking about a 150-day sprint because I love the notion of putting a timeline on what you need to accomplish. And I love this notion of, January 1st is like that natural break point where you set goals. But what a great opportunity in September. You've got this window, like the home stretch, like learn something, do something, accomplish something, get somewhere fast.
Yes. No, 1,000,000%. I love it. I think September is the perfect reset. I think that we're all going through resets all the time through getting a new job, getting fired, going through a breakup, moving to a new city, starting college, anything we're doing. And you have to be able to see it as an opportunity of growth and as a fresh start in order to use it to lift off.
Yeah,
So,
I think it's sometimes easier said than done, you know?
oh
But
yeah,
yeah, I think when you're your best version of yourself, it becomes a lot easier for sure.
yeah. I mean, no, it's definitely easier said than done for sure. Okay, let's get into, I'm just gonna give you some questions and get some insight about resetting. You've had some very big, impactful resets in your life. I think there's a lot to learn. So, what is the hardest reset that you have ever had to make?
I think the hardest reset was when your grandpa died and then Uncle Will um died in a really short order. And I went in the tank. I mean, I just could not. I could function at work, but barely. And then would come home and was a bit like just in a dark place. And and I feel like that, like I couldn't. There's nothing I could do. Like there's nothing anybody could say. I was just in a well and couldn't find my way out. And that's probably the hardest. And from that though, I have a little bit of a formula that I've been using, and one is to, with all these resets, I mean that happened to be a particularly difficult one, but with all these resets is like clear your mind, like mind, body, soul, spiritual, emotional, physical, mental well-being. Like you've got to get yourself healthy, and you got to find a way. If it's through prayer, if it's exercise, if it's eating right, if it's getting the right amount of sleep, if it's escape through a movie or something healthy, exercise. You've got to find a way to clear your mind, body, and soul, in my view. Um, and then, the second thing is like a lot of us need space and time, and the world doesn't always allow for space and time. Social media doesn't allow for space and time. Families might not allow for space and time. You know, um, Work might allow for space and time, but you've got to find a way to give yourself some space, because once you get yourself healthy and clear, you still need some space. And then, you know, I would say dream bigger, but it's not about like, this ethereal dream big. It's about like where do you want to go? Identify where you want to go, and then you can action some steps against it. Uh,
Yeah.
and I think it's hard. I really do. And then the last piece I would say, and the last step is just to connect. Like sometimes when, at least for me, when I get into a bad place, or have a bad situation or a tough situation, or I'm going through a hard reset, I need people, I need connection. And sometimes it's just picking up the phone. Sometimes it's not talking about anything that matters, and sometimes it's talking about everything that matters. But find that connection in life.
Yeah, completely. I love that. And I feel like it's so important during a big reset and something like that is like, let yourself feel first. Don't push your emotions away. Like, let yourself sit in it and feel it and then make action. Like, and then don't sit in it forever, like sit in it and be fully in it and then decide that you're going to
I
make
mean, I
actions.
think that's really good. You've had some choppy breakups, and you dive head first. So when it goes down, you go down pretty hard. And I think that notion, I've seen you do that really well. It's like you don't run from your emotion. You embrace it, and then that second step of getting yourself, like what I was saying was my first step, but your second is getting yourself healthy and get your head clear. I think done that extraordinarily well.
Thank you. Thank you very much. How do you change after a reset and make sure that you're not just repeating the same old patterns?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's hard for all of us. I mean, I think, we have general tendencies, we have basic instincts, we have things we rely on when things aren't going well, and but we have to be learned. I mean, we have to keep getting better and growing. And so, the best tip for me is to have people around that love me enough to tell me when I'm making mistakes. And you've got to surround yourself with talented people. We've talked on this podcast about the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Well, one or two of those people have to love you enough to tell you the truth when you're going down the bad path.
Completely. Completely. I love that. I love that. I love that. What is a restart that you or a reset that you are grateful you had to make, even if it really hurt and if it was really hard?
I think getting fired at Madison Square Garden, I think that was probably the hardest. I worked for Jim Dolan, who I'm friends with to this day. And I feel like that was a tough, I mean, to be publicly fired. I mean, it's, you wake up in the morning and you're in the New York Times and the New York Post and the Daily News, and that does not feel good.
Yep.
And you feel like, it's that sense where everybody else is watching when really nobody is, because
Totally.
people would just glance through it, the paper at the time wasn't even the internet, but people were reading the paper, believe it or not. Um, and I just felt like, I don't know, shame or embarrassment or whatever those awful words are. I
Yeah.
even remember driving up and dropping one of you girls off at school, and I remember one of the little like student aides comes out, it's like, Mr. O'Neill, what are you doing here? And I was like, so I feel
Oh
like,
my God, that
yeah.
is so
No,
sad.
it's awful, and so I took some steps to make sure I had some things to talk about, but even those steps, like I remember I called Dan Singer at McKinsey and said, "Hey, can I do some project work for you?" He's like, "Yeah, I mean, they don't pay much." I'm like, "I'm good. I just need something, and so but I didn't need something intellectually. I need something emotionally."
Yeah.
So I was at least in touch with my emotions to understand that. But reflecting back, it just shows you like where I was emotionally, which wasn't in a good place.
Yeah, no, absolutely. What's one piece of advice that you would give people who have gotten fired or let go of a job?
Take a breath and smile. You know that it's going to be okay because it's always going to be okay. Enjoy the time, especially if you get severance. You can actually enjoy it instead of stressing every day about what's coming next.
Yeah,
Get yourself on a schedule. Give yourself Fridays off or Mondays and Fridays off, and then grind on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You don't have to grind all day. Appreciate the time you have at home with your kids, with your partner, with friends. Get yourself into crazy shape. You finally have space and time. Read, learn something, talk to everybody connect. I know you said one thing, but I could go on this forever.
yeah,
Connect with people try to figure out where the opportunity is and what you want to accomplish next. I mean, I think there's so many steps you can proactively take, but the first thing is to take a breath and get yourself healthy.
yeah, totally. I love that. I love that. I love that. Um, all right. How do you know when it's time for a reset versus when you should try and stick something out?
Yeah, I might not be the right person to ask here because I live in perpetual change. I like action. I like new things. I like challenging myself and pushing myself. And hell for me is status quo and boring, and that's not hell for everybody. Some people need that and like that and want that. But I think the way to progress is to take a step forward, and so I lean into resets. I can't wait till I have an opportunity to do something new or something fresh or to reevaluate or examine what I need to do or should do or could do, and then put a big dream out there and go get it. And so I know that's not for everybody, but for those of you who look for it, man, walk into it.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. I love that. What is your favorite reset button during or after a tough day?
My favorite reset button. Oh boy. Well, first is that ride home. Like that, I always take that ride home. It could be, coming from Madison Square Garden, Knicks lose by 20, get booed off the court. And it's like I always gave myself that ride home to be mad, to be frustrated, to be sad, to get on the phone, to express some negative feelings, and that was it. You know, Same with Sixers, Devils, Rangers, any of these games, Eagles. I just gave myself that ride home to
I love
do,
that.
feel, say whatever I needed to. But when I walked through that opening of the garage, it was like I was back to being a dad again. And
Mm.
so I so I think that's, you got to give yourself that space. So for me, I mean, I'm an early morning workout guy, so not, wasn't a workout. If I wasn't, that's what it would be. Um, I sometimes like get into like escapism where I'll just flip on an action movie. Have you seen that movie before? Um, you know, but generally it's a hug and some pizza with the kids.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. I love that. I mean, there was one time I don't want to toot my own horn too much here,
Yeah,
uh
okay.
like, but is mom right there?
No, it's just a little dark in here.
Oh,
Like,
that is a little dark. It's getting
I just want to make sure.
that we can get your full reaction.
Yeah.
There we go. Um, after a little situation we call Hoop TV.
A little situation. I ran a company into the ground. Situation. Yeah, that situation where I had to fire my own brother and my best friends. Yeah, it's really fun. And lost all our money. So fun. And investors' money. Oh, this is such a good story to talk about. I thought my career was over. This is so
No,
funny.
okay.
Foreclosure notices on the house. How awesome.
Yeah.
No, this is great. What a fun memory.
The reason I bring this up is because that has
give
gotta
yourself
be the
props.
ultimate okay. Yes, I
You're
did.
calling your own number, yeah.
I did remember
Unbelievable.
that story.
You
but
can't bring
I
up a
would
story
say-
to just call your own number. It's ridiculous.
Okay,
Yeah,
fine. Tell the story of me inspiring you.
Here I am, like trying to put food on the table, and it is true. I went for a long walk with Lex, and I remember it was raining. I had my Hoops TV ball of all shirt on. We have a picture from that day.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, and you were pushing your little stroller. What was that little doll's name?
Susie.
Suze.
And Shannon gave me Susie.
Yeah. And I came back and I remember telling your mom, like, hey, I'm ready to go. It's ready. And so yeah, you did definitely take full credit for my career and for putting me back on track. You and baby Suze.
I really do.
Maybe I just didn't want to ever go on one of those walks again. Who knows?
That is so creepy.
No, hypothetically.
See, no, but this is the reason why I don't feel bad when like you guys buy me stuff.
What? This is
came from
unbelievable.
A lot of it came from me.
What are you talking about? It's
but back to-
unbelievable.
back-
you said that.
Back to the Hoops TV thing. What was one thing you remember that got you through when it was as seemingly your entire life was going through?
Yeah, your mom. That was it. That's the one thing.
Yeah. So
Like steady hand of love and support and pushing me in the right direction. Not coddling me, but not like getting nasty, just kind of like making sure I got on the right track and took care of myself. And
yeah.
you get a life partner like that, you're in for some goodness going forward.
Absolutely. And something that I know that I just love from like this time was that during all this craziness, like she's obviously like encouraging you kindly, whatever, to do this stuff. But she was also like, how many foreclosure notices did our house get? 4?
3.
8? And she hid them from you.
Yeah.
Not give you that extra stress. Like it really going through hard times, like if you are with a partner that's not gonna help you, like it will make the hard times that much harder. And if
Yeah.
with someone that is good and helpful, like it will make them bearable.
Yeah, no, I'm married way over my head there. And that was just one of the many millions of moments that I had with your mom and why I'm so grateful for her. But yeah, and when times are bad is when you know. The good times are always fun. And it's always the honeymoon period is always fun in a relationship and a marriage. But when the chips are down, you're backed against the corner, that's when you really find out who you're with. I know there.
Yeah, could not agree.
So I just want to rewind the clock a little bit. So just in the comments section, if you're still listening at this point, I want to know if Lexi's Uber Eats account should be tied to my American Express. Because every time it pops up in my notification, I get annoyed. And so if you're a girl dad out there and you have a 25, not 15, not 12, not 5-year-old, and you're still paying for Uber Eats orders, please let me know if you think I should cut that off. And we'll go by the votes, and if the votes are more than majority to cut you off, then that'll be your last Uber Eats order.
I am here for this. Comment down below. It goes, please help me home.
No, guys, seriously.
Please.
And if you're listening, I'm sure you're eating my Uber Eats as well. But when she said, I got this, she doesn't. I do.
No, my favorite line is when I'm like with my friends or something and I'm like, oh no, this one's on Scott.
No, I'm not exactly.
No, it's the
Okay,
best.
I want everyone to think about this. We're gonna go by the vote.
We'll go by the vote.
I don't mean to lobby because that's not right. But if you could support me, I appreciate it.
Man,
Are we on guess the Disney characters? I've got like a crazy good one.
Wait, can I ask one more question?
Yeah.
What is the biggest reset that you have witnessed in sports?
Trust the process. Philadelphia 76ers. Worst to first.
Mic drop.
Yeah,
Boom.
that is a mic drop. TJ
Boom. That's a
McConnell.
Disney character. Let's go.
Isaiah Cannon. Let's go.
Okay. Is it a girl?
No.
Is it a boy?
Yes.
Is it a fairy?
No.
Is it a pirate?
No.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm getting crazy today.
oh yeah, this is crazy. Okay, is it one of Mickey's friends?
No.
Ooh. Okay.
Not really.
Is he okay? Are we getting technical? Like, does like
We're
Minnie?
technical. We're getting technical.
Okay. Minnie Mouse.
No.
Pluto.
No.
Okay. We're gonna continue. Are they in a movie?
Yes.
Are they the star of the movie?
Yes.
Is it someone from Monsters Inc?
No, it is not. Do you give up?
Nope. Is it wait, it's one of Mickey's friends?
Ish.
But like, is he like in the crew?
It's Mickey. Yes, let's go. I did it again. Okay, well, listen, thank you all for being here. I love this Girl Dad podcast. Love Lexi, love you, love spending time with you. Appreciate all your insight on resets. My friends out there, remember 2 things. Number 1, vote for her to cut off from Uber Eats. Number 2,
Oh my God.
if you have a
people.
reset, get yourself sorted emotionally, physically, spiritually, mentally. I want you to like find space and time. I would love for you to dream big about where you're going and make sure you connect with people. Do not go through life or this thing alone. We miss you. We love you. See you next week.
Bye, guys. Love you all. Thank you. Please, please, please. This girl needs her Uber Eats from her dad. So please vote for me. Yes. Love you guys.